A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there to my channel, the Twinflame Union. And in this channeling session, we will be talking about the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine who are in a very good mood, who are in a very happy mood, and they are in a place where they feel the love of the nature a lot, and they're spending good quality time together. And what has been shown is that both of them have been very busy with their own mission work. In this case, it has been shown that the Divine Feminine has been extremely busy with her mission work, and it has been the masculine who had requested her to spend some time with him, and he had arranged the whole place and everything. She even said that, I may not be able to spend time with you, so, because I have a lot of work to do and I honestly cannot take out time and I honestly cannot do this. It's not easy for me. And it happens in many cases, we know that the mission work is so close to the heart of the Divine Feminine that she genuinely doesn't want to leave it. It's a very natural way of how things happen. So the Divine Masculine respects that, he understands that, and he also feels really, inspired by her. What used to happen was, in the beginning, both of them liked each other and both of them spoke about their goals and their values and their agenda on planet Earth when they were, just in the recognition stage. Because in the recognition stage also, when the Kundalini awakening happens, at that time also, they have all of these ideas about social service, contributing for planet Earth, and living their authentic life. Because they are so, the zeal is so strong and the zeal is so high, because of that only they attract each other. They don't attract each other because they want each other very badly. In fact, that is the other way around. That is the opposite way then. They only attract each other because they have completely forgotten about their own personal needs. And this is one of the things that self-love does to you. When you are in total self-love situation, you are so present that you become a very pure vessel for the work that the universe wants to do through you. And this is the reason why they meet, and then they have to go through the testing and the crisis situation, because that is universe's way of testing as to how much you are selfish still. Because people who are very selfish, people who are still stuck in the materialistic realms, in the three-dimensional realms, they don't care about the mission work. They don't even give importance to the mission work. Mission work can go to hell, for according to them. They just say that I want, this particular pleasure, I want this particular, pampering, or and there's nothing wrong in taking care of yourself. You must take care of yourself. You must be presentable. You must be presentable and you must be happy. It's very important to enjoy. But at the same time, you want to make the most of your time. You want to make whatever time you have on planet Earth, you have that understanding that my time is precious and I should do it in something that comes naturally to me. So also it happens that when all your chakras are open and you have reached to your 12th chakra, which is the dimension from where your identity becomes extremely pure, and you come into the consciousness, into the complete abundance consciousness, you're very aware at that point in time. That is the best time when you realize what your actual mission work is. And this is from where the Merkaba also forms. Merkaba is the energy, which is like when you sit still, or you spend every day at least 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening. When you sit still every day, that energy can be created. And when you continue to be still, even when you're talking, walking, eating, moving, but there is a certain stillness in your thoughts and in your mind. When you create that stillness on a regular basis, you're able to create an energy sphere around you. This Merkaba is the same energy that was used to create the universe. It's this rotating, geometric, crystalline, light energy field that extend around our body approximately 55 feet or 16 to 17 meters. And all of those people who have been asking me about how to create or generate the fifth dimensional energy, the light body energy, I would like to say that you must not only sit still every day, but sitting still sort of trains the body. Try to not take any support of your back, but at the same time it also should train your mind. So even if your body is practicing to sit still, but if your mind is not in solitude, if your mind is constantly trapped in same thoughts, repeated thoughts, or even the thoughts, too many thoughts of your divine masculine, too many thoughts of union, when is the union going to happen, too many thoughts of communication about them, over them, that means the mind is not still. The mind is basically trapped in obsessive thoughts. So that needs to go. And once the Merkaba is created, you're going to probably talk about them only if someone asks, or only if you feel necessary, or only if you feel the need to communicate or connect. It's not like you want to talk all the time about them or talk to them every day or every time. What is more important is the mission work, and the most important mission work is to how to stay in the present moment, because the more you stay in the present moment, the more your Merkabic field becomes activated. And once your Merkabic field is activated, then you don't do anything. You don't need to do anything. Everything will happen on its own automatically. And sitting still basically activates the sacral chakra and the solar plexus. And the solar plexus, I must say this, you please research about it as much as you can. So once the solar plexus is activated, then it can do wonders, literally do wonders to a person's life, something which you may not even have imagined. So now this divine feminine and masculine who I'm talking about, they are extremely wise, divine masculine and feminine. They are not in that zone where they are both concerned about very materialistic relationship goals. They both have reached to that conclusion that we are going to always be there for each other, but we would only provide support to each other when we see that both of us are doing something humanitarian, something more fulfilling. Both of them have been practicing a lot of inner work, and both of them are aware about inner work. It's not like only one of them is aware about it. The other person also tries as much, as to live a life which is full of righteousness, or, not doing wrong things, not being a very vicious or difficult, being a good, person, basically overall, being a good person, being kind-hearted. The goals are such, that whatever they are doing, because inner work is also a form of study, and otherwise also in life, we all have to study and we all have to research. So people who are fascinated with the idea of personal growth, of self-growth, they don't waste time. They don't waste time in useless materialistic things. The mental connection takes over. The mental connection is very, very important. And whatever time they've taken out, even if they meet for 5 minutes or say 20 minutes or half an hour or maybe a more longer time, or even if, in this, as per this channeling, they are spending a bit more of time and they're in nature. They could be in a garden, they could be in a park, or maybe, they have taken a little bit of, longer vacation. But this vacation has happened because the divine masculine has requested her. And even though she didn't want to go, she did say yes. At the beginning, she didn't want to go. But now that she's there with him, she's enjoying every single moment. And she's not worried like what's going to happen, who's going to take care of this. She has managed everything as long as they are together. But it is particularly, this is that type of a couple for whom every single day is how they spent in inner work, in doing the mission work, they're very, very serious about how their time is spent, and they want to live like that for the rest of their lives. So according to him and according to her, they feel that maybe this was destined, maybe this time spending with each other was planned on, and now that we are here already, then why don't we enjoy it? Why to take worries about how this or that is going to happen? So it's a lovely day. It's a beautiful day where they are surrounded by flowers. And these are not flowers like, how you see in flower shops or places where they are being sold. It is a place where they're growing. A lot of flowers are growing. It could be a beautiful garden, or it could be a valley. They could be in a valley where there are, when you have those valleys which are full of flowers in the spring season, that sort of a place. And they are looking at all the different beings around them. They're so aware of the place that they are in. They're not attached to the place. Let me tell you, both of them are very detached and very advanced souls. And it is actually true that the more detached you are, the more humorous you can be, the more witty you can be, the more you can let go. So they're enjoying this weather, the climate, and most importantly, they're enjoying each other's company a lot. And both of them know that they have to get back, to the mission work or to whatever they're busy with. The masculine has his own style of mission work, because masculines are supposed to, be in those matrix value systems or matrix related mission work. Okay. And the feminines are supposed to do a lot of spiritual inner work, so their mission work is also very same. So you would notice that the masculines would be in government jobs, or they could be in some kind of political affairs, or they could be running some kind of organizations or running some kind of associations. They would be present in places where their energy can actually uplift and they can give very good decisions. So someone could be a president of some association, where they could be working with a lot of other executives or corporates or things like that. So basically his energy is more masculine, but at the same time it is going to be beneficial to balance out the negative energy that is otherwise brought in by a lot of materialistic people who do many things for simply position and power. So in this channeling session, now I really don't see the age group. It is not clear to me, but I do, I can catch the energies right now of very advanced souls who are simply not interested in, having a romantic getaway or romantic time out, or, they're very selfless, and they are using their positions or their placements on planet Earth to do some real work, like real good work, to uplift the energies, and they are a part of the ascension journey. So they're also very inspiring, because other people can look up to them and be like, okay, they're householders, they're doing this, and it's not necessary that they're fully committed, because commitment, just like Radha and Krishna, is not done by just putting a ring on your finger. Commitment in love is such a pure, such a beautiful thing that even if you don't say anything by words, people can feel that there is a certain commitment. How friendships are, friends are so committed to each other, but they are not in any situation where they're married or where they're this and that. So this divine feminine, divine masculine, very advanced, very mature, very wise, and very witty, very funny and witty sort of energy, who love to enjoy, and wherever they are, they spread that sort of a joy around. So they are currently alone, which is a rare thing for them also. They may be communicating, they may be talking to each other, but they don't spend so much physical time, around each other, because they are busy with the mission work, and they are very consumed by it. It's not like they see, oh, I have to do this, I'm not able to get to spend my personal time and this and that. They are not like that. On the contrary, they are like, wow, every day when they wake up in the morning, they have something to do which they totally love and enjoy. And that is the reason why they love and respect each other other so much, because both of them are like that. You know, in many cases you see the divine feminine, she hasn't found the mission work, but the masculine has. So there is a lot of fights and arguments where she would be like, hey, you know what, you're not giving me time, you're not making this, you're not doing that, you're not committing to me properly, or this and that. And he would tell her, don't you have anything to do in life? Don't you love anything? Like, you're so stupid, you're so lame. You know what, I have to do this, I have to do that, can you please excuse me? You know, I have to go somewhere. You know, he's like that. So in some cases it is the divine feminine who gets that soul shock, or that, you know, that insult from him, and she's like, what the hell am I doing? If he can be like this, then I can also, you know, be more focused on my personal goals. And in some cases it is the feminine who is very advanced. You know, she's been doing her work for a really long time, and of course in some cases there's age gap, and in some cases, so the feminine is already advanced. You know, by the time she meets the masculine, she's very much in achievement. So he gets very inspired by that, you know, she's an achiever and she's doing so good in her life and in her career, and especially in the humanitarian work or whatever. You know, it's not necessary that humanitarian work is very in the face, you know, like, look, I am a humanitarian worker. It can be very discreet also. Most of the time it should be discreet. You know, your materialistic profession can be anything, but your humanitarian work can be very discreet, and you don't even need any recognition for that or a reward for that. So he looks at that and he learns from her. He gets very inspired by her. In any case, you know. And then there's another case, yes, the third one, which I must talk about, where both of them are doing their bits and pieces, part by part, you know, step by step, step by step. And by the time they meet each other, they can see that, yes, both of us have an impact in the world around us. And both of them are really good people, you know, really good at heart, really very nice human beings, both of them. It's not just one of them. So from there on, they, you know, take it up, because, you know, life is such that everyone has to go through certain situations. Twin flame journey does not mean that the problems of the lives will stop coming. The vicissitudes in life, they never end, you know, but more you do inner work, the more you understand the twin flame journey. Because I know a lot of people don't even understand the twin flame journey. Luckily, you know, unfortunately, yes, there are many people who don't understand it, but fortunately for me, I see that on my channel, I am attracting a lot of people who are very wise and very, you know, very mature in terms of what the twin flame journey understanding is all about. So they have understood, and they do understand that it is more important to be in the state of self-love, to be in the state of mission work, to have something to, you know, really do, something to look forward, something that, you know, which you have helps you wake up in the morning, you know, like, wow, a new day has started and I have to do so many amazing things. So of course, this doesn't mean that you need validation for love every single day. Now, sometimes validation happens on its own. Like sometimes, like in this case, in this channeling, I see that the event where both of them are together, it was very spontaneous. Even though he invited her, it was his idea that we should do this, but it came very spontaneously. She was not expecting it at all, that he is going to say this to me. And because of her schedule or because of whatever she was doing, even she was like, oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I go? Should I not go? You know, things like that. And now it's like, you know, they're having those very special, precious moments. And this has actually happened in the Divine Masculine, because over a period of time, just by observing her, he has realized that she's such a pure soul. You know, her heart is so full of love and nurturing towards other beings that he really wants to pamper her. He really wants to do something, you know, like that makes her feel special. So she says, and he tells her that, you know, I really like the way you know, do your work or do your things. It really inspires me, empowers me, and uplifts me. So I you know, I really like it. And she's like, yeah, I know you like it, but don't use it as an excuse to get, you know, intimate or romantic with me in a very funny way, not like you should not do it or anything. So they're spending really very amazing quality time together. But then I see that after some time they go back to their work, and they just remember each other, each other's presence, and it acts like an energy booster for them. It acts like it gives them a lot of power. It gives them a lot of inspiration to see each other contributing for ascension and contributing for a beautiful planet which has given us a lot. And it's time to give it back, what the planet deserves and should get from the children that it has raised in its womb. So on that note, I'm going to be ending this channeling, this lovely channeling session. And one love and peace out.